On. Hey, you guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody, come on in. Let us get started. I am so excited to have this conversation. Let me make sure my screen is clear for Instagram. Hello. Good morning. Great day. Great day. Great day. What's up, y'all? So listen, we are going to have some quick conversations each day this week. And you guys, I got to get a massage because something, oh my gosh. But anyway, we're going to have some amazing conversations about failure because first of all, failure is not real, you guys. And you guys, we know that. And we're human and we're still going to feel like we're failing. And so I wanted to have this conversation because a lot of the comments and questions that I get in my inbox are about, either everybody's scared of something. We all have something that we're like kind of like second guessing or fearful about. And typically it's because you're just scared that like, oh, it's not going to work or it's going to work. And then I'm going to mess it up. And so then I'm going to fail. And so then I won't do. Right. It's always that. Like, I mean, I know I'll speak for myself, when you really get down to the bottom of it, it's either one or the other. You're scared it's going to work and then you're going to mess it up, or you're scared it's not going to work and then you're going to look crazy. But either way, so I don't do it because I'm just like freaked out. So let's look at, I just thought, what if we just start looking at people who we admire, who are really, really popular, right? But they were quote unquote failing and they failed forward. Failing forward is the key. Somebody typed that in the comments. Failing forward is key. Like anytime you're setting out to do something that you haven't done before or to up level something that you're already doing, there's going to be breakdowns, but you have to know that the breakdowns are there so that you can learn a lesson and break through. Somebody type that in the comments, break through. Like, and if you just think like that, even in your hardest times, even in your most confused times, even in, uncertainty, you can have faith that, things always work for you. Things always work for you. So what happens when you live like that, you don't have to freak out as much because you just have a belief that things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. So, or sometimes things fall on you like my backdrop and you keep going anyway. Yes, June. So excited to see more of your videos. Yes, Duo D was in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? And so I just thought, okay, let's find some cool stories of things that you may not know about people that we, know, like, and admire in the industry, in different industries. And so one of my favorite stories from a music, you guys know I'm a musician. What's up? Get the album. If you guys have not got this, okay, LakeishaMichelle.com. Get your motivation music. Get your motivation music. So if you haven't got your music, listen, first of all, I know some of y'all like, I do not have a CD player. Get the CD so it can just sit in your house and just give you blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings, okay? And also you can download it on iTunes, all that kind of stuff. So just type in Lakeisha Michelle. You'll see all my music there. And you also can get my music on YouTube if you don't want to download. Either way, grab it and let it play because at the end of the day, you need to have a conversation that is making you say the right things to yourself, okay? You have to have a conversation that's making you say the right things to yourself. When you're not, focused on something, what are the thoughts that are coming to you? Well, it's going to be whatever's in your heart. As a man thinketh, so is he. As we think, it's what we see. So if there's something that I don't see, there's something that I need to change in the way that I'm thinking. And let me tell you, I was telling my live stream group, what's up, everybody that's in the boot camp? The boot camp doors are closed. You missed it. You missed it. The boot camp doors are closed. And so, hold on. For some reason, Facebook, tell me later. Mm-hmm. There we go. I have to actually type in the comments for Facebook comments to show up. Good morning. Q Renitra. Is your music on Spotify? Yes. Des says breakthrough, failing forward is key. Exactly. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And so I thought, okay, this week, let's just have quick moments where we're talking about people's ups and downs, because sometimes we are just really beating ourselves up about stuff that everybody's been through. And guess what? If somebody's been through it and they had a breakthrough, then you can too. If someone else experienced a win from their mess, then so can you. And so your job is to find stories that support your faith movement, your faith walk. That's why people love stories. That's why people love stories about people that were strippers and turned multimillionaires. Why? Because you're like, man, they can do it, I can do it. That's why we love all these stories. People were down and then they came up. So can we just agree to not have meltdowns like 2-year-olds when we are quote unquote in a down moment? Yes. Can we agree to that? Yes. Let me get some yeses in the comments. And then I'm going to give you guys, what's up, YouTube? Hey, you guys. Okay, there we go. There we go. The comments are so weird. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's my computer. An excuse to need a new MacBook. Good. Heart it up, like it up, share it up. Thank you. Cool. I love it. Thank you. All right. So here's an interesting story that I thought was really cool. How many of you guys know Lady Gaga? How many of you guys know Lady Gaga? Do you like Lady Gaga? Maybe you don't like her, but you heard of her. How many of you guys? I love me some Lady Gaga. Okay. When she came out, I was doing a lot of cover bands. A cover band is where, if you don't know, it's like when you go to, restaurants, weddings, and you see the band performing. And so I was doing a lot of cover shows, like 3 or 4 times a week. Right. And so when Just Dance came out, and that whole album, like that was my album, honey. I had my I was getting it, right? And so I really, really love and got into the character of Gaga. Like people were all mad about the controversy. And can I just say, how about don't watch the news, make the news, baby. Be the news, okay? Gaga came and was the news, is the news, showed out. And I loved it, right? And so she's doing the song, Just Dance, gonna be okay. But never your babe. Just Dance. Like I was so into it, right? So the whole album. So you guys, here's what's really cool about that album. Okay, that's the Fame album. Now that album came out August 19th, 2008. Okay, 2008, August 19th. Now, the album debuted and it went cray-cray. Who wasn't singing that song? It was everywhere. All of the music, and the album had a lot of good hits to it too. So it was just juicy. Can you imagine, you guys, making an album that has Just Dance, Love Game, Let's Play a Love Game, like all these songs, Paparazzi, I'm the biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. All of these songs, Poker Face, poker face, poker face. Like the album was just jamming, right? So you have all these songs, the Fame, we are could come out. Like I really was into this album because it was just fun and it was just dope, right? Can you imagine all of this success, all of this energy, all of this amazing music, the world, all across the globe? People are literally singing your song. Now, you don't have to be a singer to relate to this story. Hopefully your mind isn't that narrow that you go, this doesn't apply to me. I'm not a musician. No, hello. A person had a goal. Okay. Lady Gaga had a goal. She worked at it. We can go through her. People said she was weird. People said she wasn't going to make it. People said all these things about her. And then she makes it. But guess what happens? You get all of this fame and literally rock the music industry. And all your videos and all your posts look luxurious. And you have all these outfits and you have the limousines and you got the awards and your life looks like a million gazillion bucks, complete luxury. And then you get ready to go on tour and you are bankrupt. Can you imagine, you guys? She gets ready to go on tour and she's bankrupt. How can you be at what seems like the pinnacle moment, like the big deal? The world knows your name. See, some of y'all be freaking out. Y'all be so worried about to just do all this kind of stuff, taking drugs and doing all this stuff. Don't nobody even know your name. It ain't even that serious. You can literally just bounce back from that and nobody will ever know. Who cares about your cousin them knowing? Because who cares, right? You talk about all eyes on you, literally. Like people are Googling and they have access to you. You can't go anywhere because it's like public as all outdoors and you are bankrupt. Do you know what that feels like? I will just tell you, being on stage when you know you got to go home to some hot messiness, that is not a feeling. You end up like that could end up really bad. That's why people they have drugs and they commit suicide because they're on this stage and you go home and you're still miserable. And so Lady Gaga comes out with this album, you guys. She comes out with this album. And then She has all these outfits and all this fame, and she goes bankrupt. And so there's an article, you guys can Google it, but she goes and she says, I only had $3 million in the bank. Now, some of y'all like, well, I wish I had $3 million. Yeah. 3 million ain't a lot when you got a whole bunch of overhead, right? 3 million ain't a lot when you got IRS bill. Like Will Smith had a $2.8 million IRS bill. Like that money goes real fast. That's a different kind of problem. Sometimes people can't relate because they feel like I don't even got $1,000. Okay, yeah, but just understand the feeling is the same, whether it's $1 million or 1,000. It's the same feeling. It's the same energy. It's the same like, oh my God, my life is screwed. Okay. So listen, she had $3 million in the bank to her whole name. And in this moment of hot messness at home, but fame in public, she decided to go all in. Everything was saying like, your life sucks. Everything was saying like polar opposites. Your life's amazing, but in her being, like, it's like, okay, this is a mess. Like, this is, what am I going to do? Can you imagine sitting at home trying to figure out what you're going to do, but you look on TV and you on TV looking like you got everything? Oh my gosh. Like, that's why people do drugs. That's why people like can't take it. Yesterday, we talked about this lady right here, Annie Malone. Poverty stricken, like her story should not have been a whole product line that made millions, which probably is equivalent to billions during the 1900s. Her story should not have been that. She came from poverty, but through the poverty, she let that be her reason why. She let it be her reason to persist. Same thing with Lady Gaga. She put all this sweat and blood in. She grinded from the bottom. She invested in her craft. And people said she was odd. And people said she was crazy. And people kept overlooking her for years and years and years. Google it. Right? And then here comes this amazing album. So you finally think you can take a breather. Because sometimes, you guys, we feel like, I finally got this moment. And then boom, life happens. Right? And so in this moment, she only has $3 million left. I thought this story was so cool because it was basically like, what are you going to do? There's promotions. There's things that need to be paid for. There's all these expenses. There's all this stuff that you should do. And she just decided to believe in her craft. She decided to believe in her gift. And I don't know about you, but I will bet on myself. I will bet on myself. I will bet on myself. I will trust my gift. I will trust my intuition. Even when you don't know the outcome, even when it can go really, really bad and you're going to look crazy in front of people, I will trust. Right? And so I love the story because she literally takes her last everything and says, I'm going to invest in my stage. I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to invest all this money. You got to remember, if you invest $3 million into a stage, you guys, you still got people you got to pay, managers, assistants, makeup, hair, outfits. That stuff alone costs millions, right? Let alone the transportation, the security, all of these things. And Lady Gaga said, I had $3 million in the bank to my name and I threw it into my stage. 27 years old. So then she goes bankrupt. So people can leave her alone. So yeah, y'all, and sometimes people think bankrupt is worse than what it is. But anyway, that's a different conversation. She goes bankrupt and she goes on tour. So every night, sometimes our life feels like that. Sometimes when you look at life, it is like a show. Sometimes you're walking around and you're smiling and you're on stage, the stage of life, and you feel spiritually bankrupt. Right? But you got to keep smiling and you got to keep performing and you got to keep believing. And she bet on herself. She bet on her craft. She said, you know what? I'm going to value what I've invested in all of this, my skill set. And I'm going to bet on me and I'm going to invest. I'm going to take this leap of faith. And I believe that if I build this stage, I am going to literally crush it. The people are going to come and the opportunity is going to come. She didn't know what opportunity. Well, guess what, you guys? She builds the stage. She puts everything in. She goes bankrupt. Are you willing to look crazy for a little bit to other people? Are you willing to look crazy? Because you know in your mind, like the vision is the vision is the vision. Are you committed to the vision even though you are bankrupt right now? Are you committed to what you saw? Even though all the things tell you don't do this, even though all the things are telling you you are not good enough, you messed up, oh, this is the end now. Even though everything looks crazy, are you willing to still show up? Are you willing to still invest? Are you willing to say, you know what? I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to trust God. See, faith, I don't understand why sometimes I be talking to people. Faith is literally, everything looks crazy. You know how many people I've talked to? Sometimes people put me in places that I'm like, I ain't there yet. Like, what are you saying? Don't put me up there. Right? And they'll be like, well, I want to do this and this and that. I'm like, I can't do that right now. And then they start looking at me crazy. And I just smile. I know where I'm going. So it's okay if you think that I'm doing this wrong or I should be here and why and I have this and why. That's why you shouldn't put people on pedestals. That's why you should be just all up in your business and not in somebody else's business, assuming that they're doing something you're not. Because we put so much hope in a man and we need to be putting our hope in God. We need to be trusting and we need to be moving forward and focus and not judging anyone. Like literally don't judge people, like for real. And that's a practice. That is a practice. That is a way of being. When you find out something isn't the way you thought it was, what are you going to do? I knew she wasn't. I knew he wasn't. See, I knew. See, that's why I'm just going to do what I'm doing because so-and-so. Are you that person? Or are you like, you know what? I wish them well. I don't even know all the details. I saw a lady driving crazy last night and she pulled up next to me and she was driving like, she just, like we're at a red light and she just, boom, and she just kind of kept going back and forth. Like, this is my car. She zoomed out. And then her car, she could have got like the front end of her car knocked off. So then she reversed really fast. And then she almost hit the person right there. And then she went forward. And I looked at her and I was like, what in the world? That was my initial reaction. And I'm about to go down that lane of why is she driving crazy? What's wrong with her? She probably a crackhead. Then I was like, what about the time when you were running from the man who was abusing you and you were in your car? Instantly, I had compassion. And I looked at her car. Her car looked kind of banged up. She looked frazzled. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what that woman going through. God bless her. Protect her. Hope she gets where she's going safely. Like, I don't know what she's going through. So let me not say she's anything other than a woman who needs some help. Because guess what? I'm still a woman who needs some help. See, y'all ain't trying to be around. Y'all not trying to walk like that, though. Y'all not trying to walk like that, though. Because that's not easy. It's something that's a practice that you have to build. I need to be able to walk into a room with women and not say, she thinks she all that. I need to be able to walk into a room and be like, I'm me. Like I used to have a moment, like I used to just shrink around people because I didn't want nobody to think I was cocky. And then I realized, well, Michelle, you're not cocky. So I can walk in anywhere and smile. And I don't care what your perception of me is because you're going to feel my energy, my spirit. You're going to see. So that can speak. So I'm cool with your uncomfortableness because you'll calm down in a minute. I used to walk into a room and be quiet because people said I talk too fast and I'm too hyper. And then I realized, why in the world would I walk around and not be anybody but Lakeisha Michelle? There can only be one me. This morning I did my journal. My aunt has this journal. Oh, it's in the room. But she has this journal. It's a P31 devotional. You guys go to Amazon, type in Tammy Henderson, Tammie. And shameless plug for my aunt because the journal is really, really good. And so the scripture today was, I'm a masterpiece. You know, the affirmation was, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. God broke the mold when he made me. And I just really kind of chewed on, what does it mean to break the mold? Well, I'm having a product manufactured and they have to create a mold so they can create templates of the product at mass scale. Okay, well, if God broke the mold, he made me and then he broke the mold. So there is nobody like me. And that is my superpower. Come on, somebody. That is my superpower because nobody has my fingerprint. And what that means is I'm unique and masterfully made. I don't care what the flaw is. I am amazing and you are too. So what that means is that whatever I'm facing, I'm enough. I was born enough and there will be nothing given to me that I cannot bear. And so when all odds are saying you shouldn't do that, when fear is telling you they're going to judge me, will you still stand? Are you willing to look a little crazy in front of people? Thank God. Thank God it's not the world. I laugh at people sending me messages on live streams about the world. I'm like, we have 5,000 friends on Facebook. Lady Gaga has 5 million. That's the world. Our little 5,000 ain't even active. You barely can get 10 likes. The world is not watching you, baby. Calm down. You got room for mistakes. You can fail forward and be okay. I failed is not real. To me, it's only a failure if you don't learn the lesson and you keep doing the same dumb stuff and you keep whatever, right? There's so many mistakes, you guys, that I've made. There's so many mistakes that I've made because maybe I have the wrong mindset or maybe I just freaking don't know what I don't know. And so I don't even know that this, like, what's possible until the mistake happens. And so what do I do? Do I sit and sulk and wish that it was different and just quit and bow my head when I walk around every single day? No, I get up and I get dressed and I get back at it. I still invest in myself. I still invest in my mindset. I still am going to speak affirmations over my life. I'm still going to walk in the power that's inside of me. I'm still going to shed light. I'm still going to go around people and be bright. I'm not going to bring all my energy of woe is me and oh, I failed. I'm not going to sit there and feed that spirit and let it grow and take over my life and not not get the blessings that God has for me. The blessings are already there. My job is to keep clearing and getting things out the way so that I can just keep getting the abundance that exists. Nobody has to go and create abundance. Abundance already exists. The world is abundant. It's so smartly made. Like, God is so brilliant. And so if I can just keep getting in alignment with the energy of abundance, with the energy of joy, with the energy of peace, with the energy of love, if I can just keep staying in that energy, then all the things that vibrate in that space, they're going to just keep popping up in my life. And I'm going to have blessings on blessings. I'm going to just be having stuff pop up that I don't even know about. People are going to say, you know what? I saw you when you was failing, but I saw how you failed forward. And so I want to invest in you. And all I'm going to do is say, thank you, God. And I'm going to keep moving forward. And people are going to say, you know what? I saw when this happened and you just kept going. So I want to just put this right here. I want to connect you with that person. I want to, put you on my show. I want to put you in this position. You will be set up. See, you have to go through something. You have to go through something. You have to go through something in order to build the muscle. To build a muscle, it has to be ripped. And so are you willing to invest in yourself when everything else says that you shouldn't? Lady Gaga took her last 3 million and invested in herself, even though she felt like a failure. She felt like this is it. It could be it. This could be a public hot mess, but I'm going to put my last and I'm going to go bankrupt so that everything else, like, I can just focus on the art, focus on the gift. I'm just going to invest in myself. You can take that invest in myself sentence and make it mean a million things. What right now do you need to do for investing in yourself? Is it spiritually? Is it financial? Sometimes some of y'all, you ain't getting nowhere because you don't never want to pay for nothing. Stop. Don't be that person. There are times when you will be blessed. And then there are other times when your faith is requiring you to do what you normally don't do. I remember the first time I paid $30,000 for a program. I didn't have $30,000 just sitting around put into a program. But I knew that if I wanted to go to the next level, that I needed a seat at that table. I knew that I don't know what I don't know, but what's happening keeps happening. So there's something that I need to get, and that investment makes me committed. That investment switched on something in me. That investment put me in a room with the right people. That investment took me to the next level. That investment was more than the investment. That's why paying tithes and offering. People argue about it all day. Small minds think it's about the money. No, that's called faith. That's saying, God, I'm going to give this because I trust that you are the ultimate infinite giver. And so there's nothing that I give that you can't give back tenfold. Now, the human mind is going to say, well, when is it going to come back? How much is it going to come back? At what time is it going to come back? Who's going to give it to me? How am I going to get it back? I don't even see how I'm going to get that back. So what am I going to see? Our questions will fail us because we're human. And so you have to pay attention to your mind because your job is not to be worried about anybody else. It's to be worried about that number one voice in your head. You. Somebody told you weren't good enough. Somebody told you weren't marketable. Somebody told you needed to be skinny. Somebody told you needed to be bigger. Somebody told you needed to be black, white, brown, pink. Somebody told you don't talk right. Somebody told you that you don't look right. Somebody told you that you're not smart. Somebody told you that you don't have enough degrees. And so then you started believing them. But I'm just saying, whose report will you believe? I'm going to just sign up for I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. I'm a masterpiece. I'm going to sign up for the fact that there is nothing that comes to me that I cannot handle. I'm going to sign up for that. And even when I sign up initially, I may be a little shaky. My belief may be a little janky. I might be like, I don't really know if I believe that. That just sounds like hype. But I'm going to keep quoting it. I'm going to keep digging into this conversation of I am enough. And I'm going to make sure that the sounds that I hear on the radio, the things that I watch on YouTube and Facebook, the people that I'm around are having conversations, are in the energy of being enough. I can't hang around the woe is me, I'm not worthy person because there's a mingling of the minds. And so at some point, somebody's going to draw somebody. And if I know that I'm weak right now, then I can't go be around that type of mindset because they're going to draw me and I'm going to be a victim of my circumstance. I'm going to be a product of my environment. If my environment screams out, I'm not enough, there's never enough, we broke, I'll be broke till Friday. I don't know. I'll be glad when I lose this weight. But come on, let's go eat this burger. We ain't got to be skinny. Like what? I'm going to be all of that. And so if I want something different, I have to think something different and then do something different. If I want something different, I have to repeatedly think something different as well as back it up with my action. Your imagination is everything. Everything we see is created by someone thinking, I wonder if this works. The person that I bought this from, they were like, okay, the iPad just came out. The new iPad just came out. They were like, okay, even though there's a million iPad cases, I believe that if I just invest in mine, that people are going to get it. I'm going to go all in and take a wild guess that if I make something that supports something that was made, then I'm going to be good. Boom. It sells all the time on Amazon. Like, you guys, there is just no such thing as failure. There's going to be things that come to test you, but the tests are coming to make you. The tests are coming to make you. The tests are coming to make you, prepare you for the next level. So don't try to get to next level without having some friction. Don't try to get to the next level without having some friction. Meet that friction with a smile because that means God is working. Meet that friction with a smile. Lady Gaga was like, I only have $3 million to her name. Her daddy said, I don't get it. She said, I remember when I went home, I was with my dad and he said, I don't understand. Sometimes you're going to look, even like my family, they be like, okay, wait, what? You were doing this and now you're doing this? I ain't got time to explain it to them. I love y'all, but I don't need to explain it to y'all. Y'all just hold on. Noah had to be willing to look crazy building that ark, though. You're going to have to be willing to be looking crazy to the people that know you. And that's what makes us feel guilty, because, you got people that you love, they know you. So then you feel like an imposter, you feel fake, but you just got to know that whatever you feel in your mind, that's where you're going. And so you're going to have to be doing something that looks crazy to somebody. And guess what? I don't got time to explain everything I'm doing to you. So I just came this morning to just say that let's keep talking about the fact that failure is not real, and you should always just go forward. Anytime some opposition happens, anytime some friction happens, anytime something that comes up and you're just like, what in the world? It's painful. It's ugly. You look crazy. You feel broke. You feel whatever. I don't know. Think about these moments. They're here to make us. I can go through all the painful things in my past and I just go, man, I'm grateful for that. It's odd to say I'm grateful for the abusive situation. It's odd to say I'm grateful for the almost died in a hospital situation, but I am, because I know that what I am today, the peace that I have, the joy that I have, I wouldn't have it if I hadn't gone through that. I wouldn't even be able to understand it. It wouldn't be the way that it is. It wouldn't feel the way that it feels if I hadn't gone through that. And so this friction that you are perceiving is not real. It's a perception. And so what if you could, that's why Tony Robbins does the walk on fire. Because when you do it, I did it. When you do it, it's kind of like the whole time you're in this line and you're going and you're like, I'm about to walk on this fire. Oh my God. And like, I was all excited. And then it was almost my turn. And I was like, girl, what in the world are you doing? My mind starts saying, you don't need to do this. You can just wait for your friend to do it. You can just go walk over there and just wait. My mind started playing out all the scenarios. Even though I saw people running across the fire coals, I was like, I had all these things in my mind about it's going to burn. My feet going to be jacked up. Oh my God, it's fire. Are you dumb? Even though I could see in my mind. So sometimes you see proof that it was possible for someone else and you still don't believe. And one thing about Jesus is all those stories, you guys go to pick a story, any story. All Jesus was asking people day in and day out, do you believe? People would have all these wishes and prayers and hopes and dreams. And Jesus didn't give them no long. It was just, do you believe? Yes or no? He could heal them. He didn't question his ability. He questioned their belief. And so I do believe life is a game of yes or no. I found myself standing at the foot of a fire bed, a coal bed, and I'm thinking, girl, this is dumb. This ain't for what you, this not what you do. I start really talking myself out of it. And then I'm thinking, did you come all this way, do all this work to not face the fear? Even though people are running across, there's proof that you're not going to die, and you still scared. I just said, 1, 2, 3, run across the fire. And it was just invigorating. It was exciting. It was like, whoa, it was crazy. And I was like, wow, we did it. Me and my friend were like, we did it. And look, hey, your feet was a little crunchy, but it was cool. It was like, oh my gosh, we just did it. The same thing when I went and jumped off the building in Vegas. When that guy said, are you ready? I literally almost peed. I was like, I'm about to pee. He was like, you want to be the first? 1, 2. I was like, no. Boom, off the building. And then once I got in the air, it was just like, it was crazy fun. It was invigorating. And so what I found is that the more you put yourself in situations where you're about to pee on yourself, where you're about to pass out, because you don't know what's going to happen, the more you actually overcome things and go through things that are just terrifying, the better life gets. It's the honest thing ever. You naturally are going to want to save yourself. You naturally are going to want to protect yourself. Lady Gaga went home to her dad and he said, I don't understand. It looks like you rich on TV. Some of you guys have been having to save face for friends. Maybe you're getting a divorce. Maybe, you were the perfect couple and now y'all getting a divorce. And so you're beating yourself up because it looked like you're perfect. And so your friends, part of your cross that you bear is the shame and the guilt. Some of you guys are just like, man, it looks like I have this going on, but what I like right now, all things are like pointing to, And you're trying to hold on to that vision, and you're trying to believe in yourself, and you're trying to have faith, and you're trying to keep going, and you're trying, and you're just pushing through every single day. I'm here to tell you this morning, I'm here to tell myself this morning, keep going. If you know in your heart what you saw, don't let your environment and your circumstance and the things of this world deter you. What is money? It's digital, right? Once you put that dollar in the bank, you looking at some numbers on a screen. Every night before you go to bed, play with them numbers and make them as big as you want, and just thank God for it being done and go to sleep. Every morning when you wake up, when you have sleep, play with those numbers and make them bigger and bigger and bigger, and thank God, and wake up and stay in action on making that become a realization. And don't let what you see right now deter you. Your family may say, like Lady Gaga's dad said, "Why are you on TV looking rich and you broke?" But she had a inclination. Something in her belly said, "Take all your money and put it into your stage." See, faith is going to require something from you that doesn't make sense. And you're going to have to, y'all may see me doing something that don't make sense. I got to just do me. And I got to make sure I just shut off other people's opinions about where you think I should be, what you think I should do, what you think I got to cut that off. That's why I said earlier, some of y'all not used to, you have to train your mind to not be judgmental of anyone. That's why pastors are committing suicide, because they have to appear perfect, because we are not literally understanding that that's a human. They got the same problems you have, but they also have that message in their belly that they're daily trying to align to, that they can't not share with you. But in me sharing, do not make me feel uncomfortable for being human, because there is no perfect person. You can't be perfect. I can't be perfect. Thank God for grace. And so I just got to keep pushing. I want you to keep pushing today and ask God to show you what your next best step is, not the staircase. Some of y'all stay not moving, not taking action because you want the staircase. When I jumped out that building, there's no guarantee that cord don't break. When I ran across those hot coals, there's no guarantee that my feet won't burn. As much as they try, they can't guarantee. They make sure you know that very much so before you run across them that fire at Tony Robbins. Lady Gaga had no guarantee that her putting $3 million into the stage, she put everything into building a stage, you guys. She had no guarantee that it would work. And because she put the $3 million into the stage, guess what happened? Guess what happened, you guys? I'm reading the article. She says, "I remember I went home. I was with my dad and he said, 'I don't understand. Bad Romance is out.'" I don't know about you guys. Bad Romance was a jam. Oh, caught in a bad romance. Like, that was just a jam. Like, right? This whole song is taking the world by storm. He was like, "You're all over the radio. Everyone's talking about you." And he told, your own dad says, you don't have a pot to piss in. Now, that's an old statement. My grandma used to tell me that all the time. My grandma and my mama used to say, "Michelle, you have champagne dreams and a beer pocketbook." And I rebuke that. See, family, we walk around saying a lot of stuff that's funny and that's old sayings. Curses on me. Tell people stop speaking curses on you. Tell people to stop speaking curses on you. I don't receive that, but thank you. I get what you're trying to say. I know what it looks like, but it's okay. Smile and keep going. And whose report will you believe? When your own daddy tell you, "Why are you popular and you ain't got a pot to piss in?" Lady Gaga said, "Just let me do this. Let me just put it on the stage, because I think if I can do this, She didn't know. She said, "I think if I can do this." I know what it looks like right now. but I think if I can do this, how many of you are willing to be vulnerable enough to be like, I know what it looks like right now, but I think, see, sometimes the blessing, and most of the times, the blessing is in the breakdown. Like you need that breakdown. Lady Gaga puts all her last dollars. She ain't got a pot to piss in. That's the old Southern saying, like, that mean you ain't got nothing. You looking real good, but you ain't got nothing. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Forgive yourself for the things that you don't know. And say, you know what? Although my bank account is not a reflection of my vision at this moment, I love and forgive myself. I'm excited about the lesson that I learned. And I'm excited about filling it up. I'm excited about whatever. Although my body doesn't look like how I want it to look right now, I love and forgive myself for all of the things, all of the habits that don't serve where I want to go. And I'm so excited that I'm now doing the things. I'm now taking the steps in the direction of where I want to be. And then where you want to be, make sure that's very clear. Right. And a window to throw it out of. Right. So listen, she pours all her last dollars into the stage. She's broke. She looks crazy to her family members. The people that she loves the most say, you look crazy. Why are you popular and broke? And then literally, I don't know how to say his name. Is it Fogel or Fogel? The chairman of Live Nation. Live Nation is that's like the touring, like when you want to buy tickets to concerts and all that, Live Nation is a big deal. The chairman of Live Nation's global touring division came to the entertainer with a deal that made the sacrifice worth it. She spent her last $3 million. She was broke and she went bankrupt. And that leap of faith that required her to look crazy got her a $40 million check. Would you spend your last $3 million if you knew you was going to make $40 million? Why, yes, you would. Would you spend your last $3 million without a guarantee, but you followed your intuition? Because you just had a feeling that everything was going to be all right? Would you be willing to risk it all? Would you be willing to risk it all? She didn't know that there was no guarantee, and she got a $40 million check from Live Nation. Lady Gaga said that check changed her life and her whole family's life. Like, that's huge. But she had to be willing to look crazy, to be popular and look famous and look all these things. She was famous. She had to be willing to make the show go on despite of what it looked like behind the scenes. She was willing to literally, as Oprah says, like the gift, you're serving the gift. Miles Monroe says, I'm a slave to my gift. He says, I can't not do. I gotta die empty. I gotta keep going. I just wanted to tell you to keep going this morning. I just wanted to tell you that it looks crazy. And it's a whole lot that you got to put up with. And it's stressful. And it hurts. And it makes you tired. Don't feed the thought of failure. Feed the thought of triumph. Feed the thought that I am a king's kid. I am victorious. I am failing forward. Failure is not real. So this friction is here to build something that I need. Inside of the Good Tea for Life school, there's a lesson that I have there. And it always, and it's one of my favorite things is when friction and failure is here, what is it here to show me? And if you don't listen, it's just going to get louder and louder until you listen. Until you listen. And I don't know about you, but I'm trying to listen faster these days because I don't want to keep just going through the struggle. Like, that ain't hot. That's not hot. So Lady Gaga literally took that. She took that moment where she looked broke and bankrupt. Well, ain't no look. She was broke and bankrupt. But she took her last few dollars and she invested. She spent that $3 million and got the attention of someone who was looking for somebody. There are people looking to pour into you. But it requires your leap of faith first. She took all her last money invested the 3 million. Somebody said, here's 40 million because I believe in you. Nobody not going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Come on, somebody. Nobody's not going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. If you waking up every day looking like what you've been through, if you waking up every day vibrating that broke story that you're vibrating the struggle, vibrating what so-and-so did to you, vibrating what so-and-so took from you, vibrating that so-and-so did me wrong and so-and-so talking about me. If that's what you're vibrating, then you're not going to follow the intuition that says, take that money and invest it and take that leap of faith. Nobody's not going to believe in you if you go hide when things are bad. Lady Gaga didn't hide when things went bad. She put on a tour. Drop the mic. I'm done. If y'all don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. Yesterday, the story was amazing. We talked about Annie Malone. I could talk about Annie Malone all week, all the rest of my life, because at the end of the day, this is an African-American Black woman during times of slavery, during times of lynching, during times of everything, all odds against her, built a business, was doing so much business. She had to back the truck up with shipping orders. She persevered. She persisted. It was a struggling moment, and she didn't let that moment define her. I don't know what your struggle is, but I just came by today to tell you, don't let it define you. And we're going to keep looking at people that look like they were failing in the eyes of others, because failure is not real. I typed the title, I Failed, because I know that a lot of times we walk around feeling like failures, and it's not real. And it's your job to keep aligning to the truth that I am beautifully, wonderfully made, that everything works out for me, that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want for nothing, that I am okay, that I am going to be better than okay, that this breakdown is a setup for the breakthrough, and that I'm going to keep making faith moves, and I'm going to keep persisting, and I'm going to keep going, because I know what I saw, and I'm going to keep going until it happens. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to show others how to treat me. I'm going to do something like invest my last dollars and then show up. You don't just invest your last dollars and wait for God to something to happen. She took her last dollars and invested in a tour in a time where she should have been sitting at home holding on to her million, her 3 million. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. I'm just saying, get your life. Stop saying you're failing. I was talking to my friend earlier and I said, this was like a bad year. And I said, it's not a bad year. I don't even know why I said that. That came out, but I don't believe that it's a bad year. I told you guys what happened to me. IRS took all my money this year. I didn't even know. Wake up. I'm in my drop top. I'm going to go speak at an event. I'm fabulous. Drop tops. The breeze is going. Child, I am everything. I'm in the car popping. My life is on fire. I see all these emails coming through. I'm like, what is these emails? I'm chilling. This is a real life story. I look up. I got all these emails. I'm like, oh, that has to be a mistake. Emails from the bank. I don't live that life anymore. That's a mistake. Like something, I don't even know what's happening. Baby. Baby, all the money was snatched out. What do you do? I thank God for my character and for my mindset. See, that's why y'all trying to have faith when times are easy. See, you have to practice walking with non-judgment of others, and not like you have to practice like finding your peace, finding your joy, chilling and being like in your own business so that other people don't get you off track. Because when something happens, that's when the test comes. Because in that moment of me realizing that, oh, my money was taken, oh God, that's when a whole lot of stuff is going to come to the light. First of all, some of y'all waiting to start multiple revenue streams. If I hadn't have started multiple revenue streams, when the money was taken from my accounts, the next day I made $1,000 while I woke up and I made $1,000. How does that happen? Because I started before I was ready. Because I kept going with the vision in my mind. So even though the money was taken from me, every single day, I still made money after that. Now, the question was immediately was like, whoa. Are y'all going to take all the money that's coming tomorrow? They was like, nope. I was like, okay, thank God. Y'all can have that. I owed it to you anyway. As long as it goes to the balance, let me just work out what the new plan is. And I got to keep pushing. But what if I never started? See, some of y'all keep saying I'm going to start in 2020. I'm going to start my videos in 2020. What are you talking about? Who said you was going to be alive in 2020? I don't know. No, I ain't trying to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. The reality is that makes no sense. It don't make sense to me anyway. Now, you got people that follow the rules and plan. I get it. Whatever. Moral of the story is believe in yourself. Show the heck up. Okay? With God's faith, with God power, with the abilities that you can, like with faith in the invisible, because you're not going to have guarantee. Yep. Juju said, at times of peace, prepare for war. Exactly. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, period. Because the average person would just have quit their business. They would have just quit. They would have just been like, oh my God, the world is over. Everything's cursing and falling under me. And then my family looking crazy. My family's looking crazy at me because they was like, I don't understand. Your house is big. You got this, you got that. They like looking crazy at me. They so used to, like, certain people so used to me doing stuff like just paying and doing. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can't do that right now. I got to pay this tax bill. I don't understand why you won't understand because you don't have this big tax bill. You're not dealing with these kind of numbers. So I ain't got time to explain that to you anyway. No shade, but that's not your business to understand. Listen, you got to be willing to look crazy. Because you know where you're going and you know what the end is going to be. And when you start with the end in mind, when things happen, you just keep pushing. That's the moral of the story. Lori's on here. Believe in yourself. Show up with faith. Exactly. Listen, people will bless you. You don't even know. You don't even know the blessing was possible. Shandy, what's up? My twin. It's a setup for your breakthrough. Exactly. It's transitional year. Yes, Lori says it's transitional. I said, you're absolutely right. I didn't even catch myself. So you have to be careful what you're saying. And I don't even know why I said that because it actually wasn't a bad year. I mean, bad is very, very relative. There's things that I do that people wish they could do. So that's not even true. But I was saying, like, compared to all the balling out I'm used to, I had to sit still a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I needed to. And there's so many things that I needed to pay attention to this year that I probably wouldn't have paid attention to if that hadn't have happened. Right? So you guys, it's a challenge and you're rising. Amen. So you guys, I'm not exempt and neither are you, is the moral of the story. Neither is the richest people. Neither is the who. Ain't nobody exempt. It's a beautiful story. It doesn't matter that if you don't know Lady Gaga or if you don't like Lady Gaga or if you whatever. You talk about a world, international, famous person taking their last $3 million, believing in themselves, investing in a stage to go on tour while you're broke and bankrupt. That leap of faith, that act of faith, she was believing in the invisible and she just kept the end in mind. And she got the attention of the right person who gave her a $40 million check, which changed her trajectory forever. If it can be done for her, it can be done for me. It can be done for you. I believe in you. I believe in me. I love God. I believe in God. And I pray that you walk with God, that you talk to God, that you pay attention to intuition, and that you begin to take moves of faith and you believe in the invisible and you follow those little flashes of inspiration that say, maybe if you do this, maybe if you do that. And then you have to do it and detach. Some of y'all trying to do like some tit for tat stuff with God. It don't work like that. First of all, God is not like smart, like what the mind. It's always, everything is to build you up. Again, abundance doesn't have to be created. Right? It already exists. We have to align to it. So you set the goal, you have the end in mind, and then you do the things that you feel led to do. So you have to also trust yourself, guys. Trust what comes to you. Trust if you get the unction to post this video, go talk to this person, go move over to this state, go with it. Trust it. Trust it. That's why you need God. You lean on God like your mom, like you would a parent. Somebody gonna say, well, I ain't had no parents. I just want to tell you that you didn't even know you always had a parent. God is your father. Hello. Father, mother, uncle, sister, brother. All the family that you wish you had. Boom, all of it in one. So if you could just trust and start taking those leaps of faith and have an expectation of like, I know that this is going to work out for me. It's an expectation. And then release. Expect and then release and just be present. It's this weird thing that you do. You have to detach from the outcome, but you have to do the things that are in line with the vision and then detach, because what I think can happen is small versus what God can do. So I know that if I just act in faith, walk in faith, things are going to work out for me. I'm just going to walk with wonder every single day. I'm wondering what God going to do today, baby. The day is young. It's only 11 o'clock. Come on, Lori. I love it. And we have to. The more and more I trust my gifts and just don't even I shouldn't even be shocked. People are going to be shocked at how powerful you are. And at some point you need to just go, I am. And it's not cocky. It's just saying, God, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, God. And I'm just going to keep walking in the gift. So if you guys enjoyed this, meet me tomorrow, 10 a.m. We're doing it again. We're just going to keep looking at different people's stories from different backgrounds and how they persisted, because I hope that you're inspired to look at yourself and go, I can do it. Whatever it is, I can do it. Actually, it's done. Let me detach. Let me just go do the things that I would be doing because it's done. And then I detach and just keep having fun. The end. The end. Because I'm actually trusting God's ability and not mine. If I had to trust my ability, that's when I'm nervous. If my ability is janky, okay? My thoughts and things and my stuff can be a hot mess. But the more you lean on God, you realize that it's not you, it's him, and he's solid in your imperfections. And so, boom, I can walk. I may have a little nerves, but I can walk. I can walk boldly because of his ability. So I love this conversation. We're going to have it all week, you guys. So keep meeting me here, 10 a.m. Central. Thank you for hanging out. Share this. Don't grow alone. Share this with your tribe. Share this with your people so that you guys can be on one accord on how to think and how to be. This is Good Tea for Life, the time where we take time and talk about how we should be and be thinking and leaning on God and using these principles so that we can just see the life that God has for us while we're here in this short time on earth. If you love this, you'll love the Good Tea Mindset School, the lessons that are in there, the concert workshops that are coming. I had to step back and look at, okay, how do we want to do this? So if you guys are in Good Tea for Life, go to LakeishaMichelle.com. You're going to see the Good Tea Mindset School, and you can cancel anytime. It's $19 a month. And it's literally lesson plans in there. So if you enjoyed this, you'll love the PDFs. You'll love the private Facebook group. You'll love all the good stuff that I'm putting a lot of energy into now. I close a lot of stuff down so I can really pour into Good Tea for Life. This is what we need, because what do you want to be? You can be that if you're thinking properly, in alignment, in alignment with the way God wants us to be thinking and being. All the blessings just be beating you up. All the favor is just going to rain on you. But it won't happen if you're not every day taking time to be in this mindset, to be working on your heartstrings. Thank you, Lori. Lori just posted it in. Let me pin the comment. LakeishaMichelle.com, the Good Tea Mindset School. You also can get my music. You also can get my music at LakeishaMichelle.com. So take your pick. But whatever you do, just keep pouring into your mindset like you're doing. So I don't take it for granted that you're hanging out with me. And let's do a song before we go. We're going to do Act Like a Success. Think Like a Success, because Lady Gaga literally acted as if it was already done, acted as if she knew what was going to happen, and it worked. And so she said, how do I think? Even though everything says I'm bankrupt and broke, what should I do? How do I think in alignment with my bigger picture vision? Even though my environment says no, how do I think? And then she trusted what came to her, and then she jumped into action. She took $3 million, spent all her money, went bankrupt, got $40 million handed to her. I'm trying to be like that, okay? I'm trying to be like that. You guys check out this song, Act Like a Success. Download it online. Y'all ready? Give me some hearts and some likes and some shares. Here we go. Oh, if you want to be successful, let me tell you what to do. See, all the great ones did it. Listen, it's your turn to jump. You might get knocked down. They might even say you're crazy. Get out your comfort zone. It's what you have to do. Take a leap of faith. Come on and jump as far as you can. And when you look around, look how high you're soaring. Jump, jump. Even if you're nervous, even if you're scared, it's your turn. You better get that courage. It takes courage to jump out there, you guys. Act like a success. Think like a success in order to become the best. What's up, y'all? Act like a success. You gotta think like the success you see. Your environment gonna say something different. But watch this. Now you're gliding in the sky. Your elevation's rising. You got a different kind of high. One by one, your dreams come true. Everybody say you're different. And you smile because you're winning. Celebrate because you did it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Act like a success. Think like a success. In order to become the best. If you want to be the best version of you, you have to jump. Jump not knowing the outcome, but with complete faith that everything is working out for me. Even if you're nervous, it's your turn to. You better get that courage. It's all up to you. All the great ones did it. It's your turn. Hands up if you're with it. What will you jump and do today? What will you jump and do today? Even if you're nervous. Even if you look crazy. Get the courage to go. It's go time. It's your turn, baby. Right now, it's your turn. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Act like a success. Think like a success. In order to become the success. Oh, act like a success. All you gotta do. See, it's all up to you. Listen, you gotta jump. You gotta jump. Just jump in order to become the best. It's your turn. Right now. Right now. In order to become the best. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys, that's on this album. Literally on this album. On this album. You guys grab it and play it while you're going and jumping into all the things that scare you, because that's where that's where the movement is. That's where God is. Like, understand that when you take that leap, you and God are like this. Like, you're already surrounded by the being and the energy. So you just got to trust and you got to start taking action. I love it. Lori, I got you, girl. I love you guys for watching. Let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for the opportunity to connect on the internet with people all over the world. We thank you for every single person, whether they're live or on the replay, whether they're on for 5 seconds or the entire time. Bless them. Let them see you and let them feel you throughout the day, and let them know that you are just right there by their side, no matter what they've been through, no matter what they've done. Show them that you love them no matter what, in spite of their flaws, and that you will carry them all the way if they just trust. Give us all the ability to trust and the ability to see in all these moments that you've been with us through anything and everything. And we love you for that. We love you for your grace. We love you for your compassion and kindness, and for the doors that you are opening and that you've been opening. And we just thank you for a new boldness in you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I love you all. Peace out, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Get into the music. Get into the mindset school. It's so low cost. All the details are on LakeishaMichelle.com. I love you for watching. Meet me tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. Holla. Bye, guys. You're welcome. What's up, Michelle Thomas? Yes, I need to keep going. I love it. I love it. I love it. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. I love you for watching. Peace out.